Hello and welcome back to another expert game on Arena. We have Edie against BacT and we have a Spanish war here. This game has been live casted by Nobody41. I liked the casting and enjoyed it. And seeing the strategies here, I decided to try and get on another build order analysis video. Maybe I can do a little series or get a playlist at least. And Spanish war, we used to see conquistadors and monks and relatively fast Imperial Age, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So this is like the 1TC Spanish build order. I'm gonna take a look at Edie's build order. I don't know if BacT's was better. We have a problem for BacT here. It's got the main gold really forward, but both players are doing more or less the same, I think. Let me check the maps real quick. The main gold for Edie in the back. He's got 3 deer here. The other resources are all around, I guess. There's 2 relics in between the 2 players. 1 inside BacT space. 2 actually, and 1 really close. BacT's here to find those 2 sheep. The start, pretty standard, I think. You got your 6 villagers on sheep, and then go for the lumber. Nothing special here. That's why I can actually go around and see what the map looks like, but both players are going to try and go to Imperial Age as fast as possible with the castle, with conquistadors and monks. Edie tends to do a few more monks. He's like the king of, I don't know, of monk war, but oh, and I like this. By the way, I think I haven't pointed this out. That's probably the best start to go on a lined wood line, on a like where one tree is next to the other here in one straight line. You want to take the 4 trees that are closest to your lumber camp, and that's those 4. Start with those right and left of the lumber camp and then switch those villagers to the middle. That's alright. We have 4 villagers on lumber and then the first boar coming in for Edie. As I said, nothing special. Same for BacT, basically sending a villager now. I guess he's taking 5 sheep instead of 4 at the start. Edie should have 4 sheep left. And there's the villager coming with the boar. Good timing, garrison, and start to attack the boar. Not perfect, a little bit outside, but it's okay. House coming up, the villager that was produced after the boar lure, and now we have the mill coming up. Prefer to see it here, but it's alright. I guess Edie wants to have a little bit more space for farms later on, which makes sense. The other boar is inside, and anything else? I think that's the main things for here. He's got the 3rd villager there, has to drop the food, or drop the, yeah, from the boar to get more villagers going. And now we have 4 villagers on berries. Let's see what Edie's going to do. BacT has the 2nd boar in already. I think Edie's more like a standard build order here, but that's alright. And the sheep rotting away, not too good. I'm lucky that I'm watching Edie here. I think he probably had the better build. He has a very close boar, so he's waiting for the villager to on the right time. And look at this, like this short distance, usually you have to send the villager a little bit earlier, but this is fine. And 1 villager at 70 population, remember that. Building a house and a farm coming up. That's what you want to have. The boar even a little bit too early. The next villager went on the boar again, and now taking down. BacT asking about stolen sheep, I guess, or something. BacT is missing those 2 sheep in the back. Edie got still the 4 villagers on berries. Now at this point it's actually getting interesting. Edie is... Oh, he's using a palisade trick to get the deer towards the mill. Look at this. More palisades, and now the deer has to go back here once it wants to go out. And I think it's going right there. More villagers going to the boar. Let me go slower, actually. 25 speed. BacT, I want to know this. He is missing here. Sending the scout right now. I think he should be able to find his sheep, but he did not see them yet. Edie is he's going off standard build order, I guess. He has still the 4 villagers on, this is slow, on wood. He's got 1 farmer, and all the other villagers are taking food. There is 6 left on the boar, 150, 6 because you want to have 6 on sheep later on. And all the others are going to take the deer now. He's got all of them in. He's going to re-wall here, build a house in time. Actually, 1 too much, but that's all right. And now going for a 2nd lumber camp. Maybe it would be better to move it towards this tree. I don't know. It won't make the big difference here. And still, yeah, no more 4 villagers work on the berries because he's using those to take deer. As I said, this is not standard build order, he's going off the standard, but as an expert player he knows how to adapt, of course. And boar finish, the villagers should be directed to the sheep immediately. Edie saw it, Eddie is doing that. Those villagers have to go around to drop the food. It's not the biggest problem in the world. And then the 3 deer will be taken actually. And I guess Eddie is going to move 5 villagers to berries. That's guess, that's not like something I know. And now we have 4 plus 4 villagers on wood at 24 population. A lot of villagers taking the deer. And Edie destroying the rest of those walls, so he doesn't need re-walling here, putting a house where the stone walls were before. And where's the next villager going? 25 population, that's villager 24, going on stone. Remember that? He's going for the stone first, apparently, which is interesting. He's gonna send, I think, 2 villagers to stone, 2 to gold. And now we have the 1 villager going to stone as well, so he moved one from the deer. The deer villager is usually under the TC, but you have to get the deer anyway, using them to stone, and that's 3 villagers. While there's still 6 villagers working on the berries and deer, and 6, no, it's 5 now, working on the sheep. He's sending one of those villagers to get gold, and a second one, which will allow him to get the 200 gold for Castle Age. Clicking up on 27 population here, with 3 villagers on stone. Pull this one back. Edie did not see him. Yeah, that's a little bit of idle time. And now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 villagers on berries, plus 2 idols, and he's sending... where's the hunter going? Going to stone? No, building a farm here. At some point he got a second farm up, something I missed. I'm sorry for that. I guess he moved to a food villager here because he still got a 4+4 on wood. Let's check BacT actually. He's got, let me check the POV. He's got 4 villagers on the berries, pretty much the same, but 5+5 villagers on wood. Only now going for the mining camp with 3 villagers on gold and 2 villagers on stone. That's why I didn't show you this build order. It's not the best one, I guess. He found the sheep, he's trying to get the deer in, but that house is a little bit annoying. He's sending 2 villagers now. As for Edie, he's taking the rest of the sheep using 5 vills, so one of the shepherds here actually went to build a farm, taking another one to build a farm. As long as you have enough wood, you can build farms in Dark Age. That makes sense. Edie wants to have the 325 wood that's required to actually build market and blacksmith. And Edie went in through that hole. I think he intended to do that, but he's going to deny BacT some sheep, and he should be faster also to Castle Age and to get the castle up. The 5 villagers and berries, I mentioned those. And yeah, first hit for Edie apparently. Yeah, 1 more. Interesting. Feudal Age, and Edie should attack right now, but BacT saw this. He's going back immediately, and Eddie's scout now stronger, faster. BacT gonna wait a few more seconds. Eddie's sending the shepherds to build market and blacksmith. Only 7 or 6 food left on the sheep, so no problem. And Edie got 5 farms in the meantime, so that's 3 plus 3 shepherds, and we have 5 villages on the berries. Edie had 3 deer, I think. With 4 you wouldn't need so many farms, I guess. Now the scout fight happening, and Edie should win. We're winning this one, I think. I'm gonna focus on that. I think with Spanish, 3 villages is almost a little bit too much, but he finished market and blacksmith in time, and now waiting for the food to come, and I think he should drop the food. He sent 2 more villages to stone, something to remember. He still got 4+4 on wood, and maybe he needs another mining camp later on. Clicking up to Castle Age, 400 stone in the bank, to 2 villages on gold as well. And Edie also won the scout fight here, so now BacT needs to pay a little bit of attention, because we may have... oh, this is a really injured villagers, 4 HP, and the scout has 3+. Yeah, that one could go down immediately. I think BacT won't lose it, but we'll keep an eye on it. But still, Eddie's sending 2 more villagers to gold. Where are they from? He's got 4+4 here. I think that's the 2 builders. He sent them here, and... one of them went on farms, I guess, or is he a villager forward already? No, not happening. Didn't pay attention, sorry for that, but 4 villages on gold right now. 5 on stone, it's enough for Edie because he started taking the stone early. Of course, that's not the only build order you can do. Edie can afford double BitX. He's also... what is he doing? Yeah, Edie doing double BitX right now, and horse collar coming in. Interesting to see. Horse collar is something like, are you actually going to get it? But when you want to go to Imp, you need gold, but you need also a little bit of food, and this horse collar actually manages to save you a lot of wood in the Castle Age. Both players almost in the same time, actually. BacT only 4 seconds behind. And how is that possible? Did Edie lose so much time when he waited for the food? I don't know, maybe, because BacT won more villager, and Edie, yeah, 29 population. Edie killed 1 scout, of course, but nobody lost any villagers. Really interesting. Edie going forward here. He is going to be the aggressor. He knows the main goal from BacT is forward, so why not make use of this? He's sending the 5 villagers from the berries. He's sending 2 more farmers. foragers. Yeah, that's 2 farmers. And he is gonna drop the castle, maybe even on the main gold. BacT deleting these walls, he's up to castle H2, and he's gonna get the castle right here. Can Edie see the castle? Yes, BacT cannot see the castle yet, but he probably knew that it would come up here. And Edie is not gonna find any ancient villagers here in the front. So both players getting the castle now. Nobody doing Bosaw yet. Edie is queuing 2 villagers. BacT actually able to do Bosaw. Maybe Edie should do it too, I don't know, but he used the foragers, of course. And now he's got enough stone, so he is actually sending villagers from stone to the berries. And also getting a monastery up here forward. Edie got a lot of wood in the bank right now. Not sure what he's going to do with it. That wall, I don't know, maybe a mistake. The first monk on the way, the first conquistadors on the way for Edie. BacT not doing conquistadors yet. And Edie is gonna play 1 TC here. He's got 2 villages in stone still, just in case. Maybe repairing, maybe get another castle later on. BacT also doing loom. We still have 4 villages on gold and 4+4 on wood. 6 farms. This one has to be rebuilt. 480. Now what's the farm count? I guess Horsecutter didn't come in yet. And now Eddie is sending 5 more villages on gold. That's 2 from the stone, and I guess 2 more from the berries. At the same time, he built a lumber camp forward because he could, and that's one explanation for getting wood in. Edie also sold some wood here, and now he's got a lot of villagers working on 1 mining camp. 725 gold in bank. Only 1 conquistador for Edie, and I think only 1 monk. He wants to get up as fast as possible. Barry even doing wheelbarrow, but doesn't have a second TC up yet. And Edie 1 more villager. Now the scout going in again, dodging the shots here. Interesting. Of course, this is really not a big impact, like those few arrows. And BacT got 1, Edie got 2 conquistadors now. And I think Edie is gonna start and buy food very soon. Food price 130 right now, but 1k gold. He sold wood again, and now he's buying food. There's 3, there's 500, and Edie is hugely thinking about Imperial. This is not too good, I feel. I think a second mining camp would have been good, but Eddie's resources looking good. Same for BacT, though. He also bought some food already, and nobody's doing too many conquistadors here, and they just want to go up to Imperial Age and get a trebuchet fight going. Let's focus on Edie again. 750 food in the bank. He stopped villager production. That's one important factor. He's only on 36. BacT had Levo. He's on 35 right now. And Edie is gonna sell wood again, I guess. 140. Is he gonna buy 1 more? Yeah, that's selling. Is he gonna sell 1 more? Yep. There we go. Everything going down. Not even doing farms. He's got the 1k food he needs. Waiting for the gold now, and he's gonna click up. BacT, only 1 conquistador. Remember, Edie got 2 or maybe 3. I think it's 2. Eddie also collecting relics as far as he can. And Eddie clicking up to Imperial Age only on 36 villages, not a lot. He had some idle TC time, of course, but he's got a lot of villages in gold. It's a dozen villages, that's 12. Still 4+4 villages on wood. Never changed that. Very important to see, making this build order a little bit easier. 2 villages in stone, 1 on the berries, and only 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. But I think Edie is gonna get more farms now. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. He's even sending a villager from gold here. He's gonna get more conquistadors. Where's the other ones? On the left-hand side, trying to snipe maybe. And he's going for more monks as well. He's got 3 relics inside, which is helping him a big deal with gold. And a second monastery coming up as well. But of course, Edie wants to get the wood and gold in to get trebuchets out. And BacT only 20 seconds behind, 1 more villager, and he had wheelbarrow, so he had less idle time on his TC. Actually, BacT doing really good here with this adapted build order, but that's what you expect from the expert players. Edie, on the other hand, he has conquistadors out, so he's got more military presence already. And there's only 2, 3 conquistadors now from BacT and the relic. BacT is going to get 1, 2 relics in. He's got that one. I hope he didn't forget about it. He should have gotten that a long time ago. Eddie doing monks, sanctity coming in, very important upgrade here, and enough wood and gold to get trebuchets us. That's the most important thing. Staying with 5 villages on food right now, and he's still got like 13, 14 villages. I think it's 13 on gold, 3 on stone now. Decided to, yeah, maybe I need the stone later on to repair my castle, maybe just to sell actually to get more gold in. Sanctity is on the way, and Edie got a few conquistadors. Is he doing upgrades? No, not happening. While BacT is doing leather arch armor, but now there is the Imperial Age upgrade. Trebuchet coming in immediately. Monk and Edie may go for block printing even. I don't know. Is he going to do it? Trebuchet is the first. Even going forward now, first Conquistador fight, but the castle is going to make sure that Edie cannot stay for too long. He's going to lose one. Yep, there we go. And another one actually. Not a good fight here for Edie. Is he doing villages? He's doing wheelbarrow right now. Just at the start of Imperial Age, which is interesting. And you get a few monks here. The scout is still alive, and 5 conquistadors right now. First trap is out and is gonna hit Barry's castle very soon. Barry waiting, BacT, Barry, doesn't matter. You know, it's the same, or the same person at least. Getting his first trap out as well. Edie got enough for a second. He does only have 6 villagers on wood right now. He's sending 2 right now to build farms, 3 on stone, a lot of villagers on gold. And of course you can stop the video and count them if you want to. Now I'm gonna go a little bit faster. The build order is more or less done. Now it's coming down to who is gonna do what. And I think 1v1 in castles, it's better to attack the castle. We had a discussion in the chat there. Apparently Chris, the legend, has found one situation at least where it's better to attack the trebuchet. He wrote it down in his book. But for now, I think it's better to hit the castle first. 2 traps, 2 trebuchets, and Edie sent villagers actually to repair. He's used the wood villagers here. Oh, the 4+4 in wood, of course, was a lie because he had those villagers forward. Correct. I stand corrected here. I forgot about those, but of course he had a lot more villagers on wood. He still had the 4+4 here, and this is actually very useful because usually you have some wood around your forward castle, as long as you're not like in the middle of nothing. BacT's castle actually down, and Edie lost the trebuchet here. He should start and repair his castle. We may see a conquistador fight. BacT got the better conquistadors, but Edie has block printing already. Is doing illumination and even redemption. Very important upgrade here. And he is, after those researches, he's still doing trebuchets. It's 1, 2, I think he lost. Did he lose another one? He's repairing traps, of course. Is he doing more villages? No, idling his TC. He's still on 37, BacT on 43, not a lot more. And some of those are repairing the traps, those 2 are idle. That's why Edie needed a stone. He wants to repair his castle, and the conquistadors now moving forward. And the monks, that's very important. He's got 1, 2 conversions, I think. Yep, that's +2 defense, so that's converted one. Has to go back now, but he's using the conquistadors to defend the monks, and of course they can heal each other. Trebuchet is still hitting now this watchtower that BacT brought up to protect his main goal. And I think Edie in a very, very comfortable position here. He's got the better military presence. He has got the castle left, and while there is a bombard cannon out, 2 actually, it looks like BacT did do the university and chemistry, didn't see it, but he's calling GG right now. He knows he cannot do anything against monks with redemption and the conquistadors. Trebuchets here without a castle. So that's how you do a 1 TC push against another 1 TC and castle drop for Spanish. Both players going too fast in Imperial Age. Edie, I think, more experienced on those fights and with a really nice nice game here. BacT playing pretty strong in my opinion, showing us that you don't need the standard build order to actually go up at almost the same times, but then in the end those 20 seconds and hitting the castle first while BacT hit the traps was a big difference in my opinion. Also Edie, master of monks here, he knows how to use them, how many units to get. Both players know how to check their ecos, how to keep the eco in balance. Hope you enjoyed this game and see you in the next one. GG.